Hello, my name is Vrina.
And I'm Bena. In this video, we would like to share some information about one of Portuguese famous fish, lampreia, and the cuisine from it called Arroz de lampreia, and a famous dessert that uses lampreia as a symbol called lampreia de ovos.
But before we begin, let us give you a little background about the lampreia fish itself.
Lampreia is the common name given to several species of freshwater. Looks like an eel but without jaws. The mouth is transformed into a circular suction cup with the diameter of the body reinforced by a ring of cartilage and armed with an equally cartilaginous gripper tongue.
Many of the parasites feed by sucking the blood of fish, attaching to their prey with a suction disc and teeth. But there are several species of lampreia that are able to be consumed as food.
In southern Europe, especially in Portugal, Spain, and France, lamprey is considered an exquisite delicacy being sold in restaurants at high prices. In Portugal, lamprey is eaten mainly as a dish called arroz de lampreia, and similar in Bordeaux, a stew usually accompanied by rice. Some restaurants and houses also make it roasted on a skewer, and others make it marinated.
Lampreia has a lot of fans in Portugal, especially in the areas around the rivers like Minho in the north and Tejo in the center, where it is usually caught during its spawn migration period from January to April. It's also popular in Lisbon, where very experienced northern-born or influenced cooks know how to prepare and cook it magnificently, letting its meaty flavors and firm, but not too firm texture shine in every dish.
In the small village of Montemoro Velho, with a population about 3,000, the annual Lamprey Festival draws 30,000 visitors over 2 weekends. Around 2,500 lampreys are cooked and served. We have a big area of influence. We get visitors from all over the places. Yesterday I met people who traveled more than 400 kilometers from the south of the country, said Luis Leal, mayor of Montemoro Velho.
According to food historian Virgílio Nogueira Gomes, the first reference to lampreia in a Portuguese recipe is in Infanta de Marias, the granddaughters of King Emmanuel I recipe book, written during the 16th century, where she mentions a lampreia stew with spices. Art of Cooking, written by Domingos Rodrigues in 1980, reveals 3 recipes for lampreia: roasted, pickled, and boiled. But for a long time, most places in Portugal have been serving it in one of just 2 ways: a bordaleza, which means the Bordeaux way, stewed in its blood and red wine and served with fried bread, or a minhota, which is a rice-based dish with the lamprea's blood also used in the cooking process. The star ingredient in this classic Portuguese stew is the lampreia fish. The dish consists of sauteed onions, olive oil, wine, smoked sausage, rice, and lampreia, which is cut into smaller pieces and then marinated in a combination of vinegar, wine, various herbs, and its blood. Here are the steps how to make it. First, cut the lampreia into pieces of approximately 6 centimeters, then put to marinate in a bowl with the blood of the lampreia fish, wine, salt, pepper, garlic, and parsley. Second, leave for at least 2 hours or staying overnight. After that, chop the onion, add the oil, a little water, the slices of sausage, and the drained pieces of lampreia, and let it cook for at least 10 minutes. Remove the lampreia to a dish and use the broth to cook the rice. When it is almost cooked, add the blood and stir. Don't forget to add the seasoning as you like.
Egg yolk-based dessert is very famous in Portuguese culinary culture. There are some dishes such as ovos moles, small seashell-shaped candies. There's also pão de ló de ovar, a decadent gooey cake. Then there's lampreia de ovos, perhaps the most unique among the yolk-based offerings. Made from 50 egg yolks, this sweet replica of a terrifying ancient sea monster also happens to be a Christmas treat in some regions. Why the lampreia, an eel-like blood-sucking fish with several rows of spiraling sharpened teeth, chosen as a symbol of a dessert? As one travel guide puts it, the Portuguese so loved this ugly river fish they make golden egg effigies of it for festive occasions. The oldest known Portuguese cookbook, dating back to the 16th century, includes only one fish recipe. It's for lampreia. A stew made from the fish and its blood is still popular throughout the country. Lampreia de ovos requires no actual parts of the lampreia. All you need to make one is sugar syrup, almonds, and eggs. First, build your lamprea's winding body from a paste of sweetened yolks and grated almonds. Then, dress it in sheets of yolks and syrup cakes and strands of beaten eggs and sugar. Once you've assembled the lamprea's basic shape, you can brown it in a hot oven or use a red-hot iron to recreate its signature spots. Finally, don't forget to animate your new friend with a side of candied cherry eyes and a couple of peeled almond teeth. Top it off with sugary egg threads, then glaze and decorate with candy. Delicious, nutritious, and not so horrific after all. Some Portuguese bakeries sell lampreia de ovos, often in beautiful boxes decorated with colored paper during Christmas time. You can find recipes for making this sweet sea monster at home too.